Hello all! Seeking to commune with the old ones but are unable to find a cabal? Fear not, Broken One. We have a Discord. If you desire the latest Brokenverse news, looking for a group to play tabletop games with, or even just want to hang out with a cool group of eldritch monsters, we have what you need. Find our Discord link at linktree/The Broken Lords. That's linktr.ee/The Broken Lords. Now we return to our descent into the unknown. Hi all. So this is Zoop here in post. I just wanted to make a little note. This is a much older episode, so some of the audio is a little touch and go. I apologize for some of the idiosyncrasies you may hear in this recording. Did my best to touch it up, master it and all that, just to make it, for the sake of continuity, available. So again, I apologize for that. Doing the best I can with these old audio tracks. So moving forward, you should see a drastic improvement. That's when we started getting new audio codecs and things of that nature to really touch up our production, at least for these particular series of episodes. All right? So thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. And now, on with the show! The long dark took everything from us. It took our crops, our countries, and for many of us, our lives. We managed to survive underground, burrowed underneath the corpse that is this earth. So many years have passed, we have lost track of time, yet there are still those who live with us that remember what the surface once was and long for its return. Balking against the mandates of the ordered government and the Qui-Sustanat, there are those that would dare risk their freedom and even their lives to see one last glimpse of what the surface once was. We are the brave. We are the bold. We are the ones that seek the surface. We seek the land of Viridian, the one that was once promised to us. On the last episode of Viridian, Carric Stormwind stormed out of the meeting with Temperance, who seemingly has long times with our mysterious new friend Decimeth.
Emran's gonna place her untouched drink on the table, or whatever surface is provided to rest drinks. I know we have, chairs, but, if you grown-ups will excuse me, the child lady in waiting is now going to attend to Lord Carric Stormwind, and just leaves the room.
Was it something I said?
No. He's just a little, they're just a little sensitive. What about you, big man? You down to clown?
Here are my thoughts on this. And my friends weren't very vocal about it, but I'll want one thing very clear. You, sir, I know people like you. You like to sit in your chairs and drink your wine and eat your fancy food, while you pay us to do your dirty work. I've seen people like you, and they're the ones who put people like me in prison. So I'll get one thing very clear. I'll help you. I'll do this, whatever it is you're asking me to do, but I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it because those people who are captured, I owe it to them. Because, unlike you, sir, they've earned my trust.
Temperance looks at Decimeth, and you can tell that he's trying not to laugh. Mr. Big Man. My new acquaintance, shall I say. I don't want to be too presumptive. Let's get the record straight. I don't profit off of human trafficking. Moreover, I don't deal in the sufferings of my fellow being. If anything, I champion equal rights amongst all humanoidity. You clearly have dealt with your share of unsavory individuals, shall we say, and you're understandably skeptical about my intentions. But I assure you, dear friend, that I'm far away from those other people and what they do. My businesses are legitimate and essential. It involves helping people in their times of need.
Yep.
He looks at Decimeth for that old, wink wink, nudge nudge.
we've been helping the people of Rota and the people of New Hope. We do things like deliver food, deliver medicine to the poor. Sometimes more unscrutable things get delivered, but things that would do no harm to the public, the general populace. We deal in a group that wants to see the people free from tyranny, from the Cusistonauts. And that is all. Sometimes we have to get our hands a little dirty, but I assure you that if you make this man's acquaintance, you won't regret it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I assume that you come from a place of hardship, shall we say. I'm doing my best so that individuals such as yourself don't ever have to deal with that kind of hardship ever again. People from your past, people that have wronged you. Why don't you give me their names, and I'll take care of them.
I know you understand where I came from. You understand why I wouldn't trust you. But I'm starting to at least believe that you may be able to do something. If you could help me. I have a friend. His name is Grimwolf. I want you to see to the punishment of his captor and to see him free. If you can do that, you'll have earned my trust. In the same prison I was from.
Where is he from?
Where I started off. I looked to the man like a father. Told me everything about the world above. If you free him and see him safely here, and I'll be in your debt.
Where is he currently incarcerated, I should say?
Being held in the prisons in Newton.
I think I have a keychain that can get him out of his cage. Consider it done, friend. By the by, I wouldn't let that go to waste. He points to the glass of alcohol seated right in front of you. It's good stuff, made by hard-working hands in Pinevale.
I take the glass, and in like 2 big chugs, I down it.
Sundock. Sundock? I want you to relay a message over to Newton. There's a jailbird that ought to be set free. Sundock leaves the room. God dang it, Sundock, you forgot the name again. Come back here, you goofy crow. It's Grimwolf. As you wish, sir. Sundock leaves the room. It'll probably take a couple of day cycles before we get a hold of him. By the 3rd relight of the Undersun, he should be free. Hopefully you ain't too particular on where we send him.
It only matters to me that if he's safe.
Alright then, he'll come and stay at the Wash. Now if you excuse me, I've got some charity work I need to take care of.
You kind of see Krusk's expression soften a little bit. He gives the dude a nod, and then he heads out.
Hold on, one last thing, sir.
Yes, Mr. Decimeth, what is it?
Me and my companions, we're gonna need a place to lay low, to sort of a headquarters, so to speak. I would take them to my place, but sadly it's only big enough for me.
Space is at a premium, huh?
Oh yes.
Well, I'm sure we have some rooms at the Wash that we could spare.
Excellent.
Talk to Archibald at reception. He ought to be able to take care of you.
Thank you, sir. Decimeth bows, walks out.
May I remind you that we're all equals here? I just happen to be the captain of the ship, that's all.
Oh. Then he takes a last swig of beer, and Decimeth walks out, fucking, both hands behind his head, just jaunting out, tail waving.
Alright, so where are Carric and Embrin? Are they hanging out in the lobby, or...?
When, Embrin tried to follow me out, he would have actually gone, like, outside the building. And he's just, like, kind of, like, sitting, like, on the ground, just staring off into space.
Well, I feel I would track him appropriately. Enough.
Well, it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be easy enough to find me. I'm literally not even far from the entrance to the building. just like sitting like back against one of the exterior building walls.
So, Embryn's gonna try and imitate the voice of one of your particularly snooty mage college acquaintances. You'll sully your attire carrying yourself that way, Master Stormwind.
Carric just grunts.
Humorless as usual. You want me to talk, or you want me to listen?
The silence stretches on just long enough that, like, Embryn's probably about to say something else. And Carric's like, that man, that criminal, telling me to my face that he's had dealings with my family, that he's good friends with my mother, that he's my uncle.
You noticed it too then, huh?
And at the same time, he's offering me a devil's bargain. To make me a common assassin.
He did say
I don't
put
much stock.
You first.
I don't put much stock in my noble blood, but I've never felt my honor so attacked.
I did feel like he was saying a lot of convenient things. His association with your family, your mom included. And it didn't escape me that he mentioned finding a better place. You know, something all too well targeted to Krusk's values, I'm sure. I'm going to confess something to you, Carric. I don't know where I am. I'm pretty far from home. I don't even know if... Did I have a home? And now I also don't know if I can reconcile what's right and what's wrong anymore. To just kind of put the jump on someone I've never heard of with the spoken promise of saving people that, yes, I feel responsible in doing wrong to by just showing up. I mean, I don't know about that.
We have to help him, and he knows that we have to help him.
You don't say.
And he kind of laughs a little bit, and he's like, Temperance. A joke in bad taste. Carric, like, sighs deeply, and he's like, the liquor was good, though, at least.
I wouldn't know. I'm too young to drink.
Carric actually does laugh at that one. I can't tell if you're just ribbing him or if that actually got under your skin.
Well, it does bother me. Because on the one hand, I don't feel the need to prove myself to somebody that I shot the man's face off, the one that was assailing him.
Yeah.
But to hear it over and over and over, it's starting to annoy me and remind me how much you... Sorry, I don't know how else to say this. Quote, other humanoids, end quote, take for granted the length of life that you have. At best, if circumstances don't change, my life is 1/3 over.
Carric kind of clears his throat uncomfortably, and he's like, look, I know your family. I've seen your customs. I know that you are an adult, and I know that you've proven yourself, time and time again in combat. I think our new friend is just having a bit of fun with you.
I actually think at this point, that's when I come walking out.
I think he has fun with everyone, and that sits ill with me.
Carric kind of shrugs, and he's like, I suppose that means he's having more fun than either of us.
Speak of the devil.
I apologize if I made you look bad in front of your friend, Decimeth.
Oh, no, not at all. He seems quite endeared to you, actually. It was funny. But, at any rate, I did get us a place to stay, free of charge, if that helps any.
It certainly would help at this point, yes.
Maybe you can hook up some of those potatoes that you were talking about.
I would love to. Tell me, do they actually have baths at the wash, or is that just a name?
Oh, we have baths. We just also have other things as well. But there are baths.
I could use one.
They're quite good, actually. You'd enjoy it.
The baths or the other things?
Yes.
Embrun puts her hands up in a, well, it can't be helped kind of gesture.
Carric kind of drags himself to his feet. Tell me, Decimeth, is Temperance known for poking people he's just met in their vulnerable areas?
He's pretty shrewd, I'll give you that. He's an acquired taste. It's something that I just got used to. I stopped noticing it after a while.
Hopefully I won't have to acquire too much of that.
Him and Krusk seem to have got along pretty well after you left.
One of the things that really endears me to our friend Krusk is that he's easy to get along with.
What did he do to... Actually, where's Krusk right now? Is he with us?
I would imagine I'm with the rest of y'all. Yeah, I imagine he's with the rest of the group.
What did you do anyways to get yourself locked up? I'm sure the story is quite entertaining.
I was born into the prison. And I don't know exactly what my father did, but I'm serving his life sentence.
Oh, that's actually far less entertaining than I thought.
Shit. But you were above ground, weren't you?
No, I've only heard stories above ground.
Oh, I thought you were above ground. Okay.
I heard stories from a man named Grimwolf, who used to travel during the above and taught me martial combat.
I suppose the way you talk about the surface, it's easy to be mistaken about whether or not you were actually there.
His stories are difficult to describe in words, but when Grimwolf told me these stories of the above, it really did make me feel as I was there, and I really want to experience it.
So, Zoob, do I know Grimwolf as well then? Since I used to sneak food to the prisoners all the time?
He's, an acquired taste, shall we say.
More acquired tastes. I can only acquire so many tastes.
But yeah, you've met Grimwolf, at least in passing. He's more in the maximum security prison area, like where Krusk was. Whatever Krusk's father did was really not good, and somehow the sins of the father have descended upon the son in quite a figurative and almost literal sense.
Yep.
Right.
So, are you all going back to the wash?
Yeah, I'm gonna want to have a proper bath, and then after that I will make dinner for folks.
Hell yeah.
Special thanks to our logo designer Sierra Twazin, to Toys and Things in Danvers, Massachusetts, Reaper Miniatures, and Mongoose Publishing. If you enjoy the show, help the podcast grow. Give us a follow on Twitter at LordsBroken, join the community Discord, and maybe consider offering a small tribute to the old ones on our Ko-Fi. All these links and more can be found in our Linktree at linktr.ee/thebrokenlords. Thank you.
Looking for a podcast all about nerddom?
Want a podcast with an emphasis on representation?
The Nerd Alternative is the podcast for you. Join me, Ram,
Me, Hassan.
And me, Levi.
3 black British nerds tackling the pop culture we love and sharing why we love them. The Nerd Alternative, a sweet melting pot of all things nerdy.